well, not sort of. I'm doing an impromptu Dead Cell stream. Maybe just went down for a nap. I have time before my scheduled 7:30 stream tonight, so figured, why the hell not get warmed up for tonight. Now, last night, while playing offline, I did actually beat the hand of the king for the first time. So as you'll see, I now have the ability to activate this thing down here and place stem cells. So, since I only have one stem cell, I can now play on hard. But first thing I'm going to do is start off with the daily challenge run, because I still have not unlocked the plan that you get for 10 daily challenge runs. Tonight's stream, I think I've been dithering back and forth. Do I want to do Dead Cells? Do I want to do Magic the Gathering Arena? I think I've decided I'm going to go ahead and do Magic the Gathering Arena, because that's what I've been doing Friday nights. No reason to change things up any further than I need to. Oh, this is yesterday's daily challenge still. This may not even count. Yeah, this is yesterday's challenge. Can I put out, return to the title screen? So, alright. Let's see if this will let me continue from the... Okay, there we go. So, sorry. I didn't realize, I thought by now it would have ended that. This is really a crappy setup. The Cursed Sword is not something I want, so for players who don't know... Okay, I need the sword. I don't want the throwing knives. I don't want the sword. Permanently, at least. You can come back over here, and in the wall there's secret doors, and you can actually grab the original rusty sword and... I don't know what name the bow is, it's basic bow or something like that, that you start the game with before you start unlocking those items. So, rusty sword, I mean, it's garbage compared to what you can get after, but it's still better than a sharp stick in the eye. Clearly. On hard, like I'm doing, this is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, because monsters are tougher than ever, and you're going to start encountering monsters that you normally don't see. Makuto's bow, minus 10% received. The shield is minus 15% received. You know what? I may actually go with a bow and shield run for the moment. We'll be playing, right? What's the worst that can happen? I guess the answer is that bow attack is not necessarily the greatest one out there. Tonic is a kind of useless item for me, at least. But the minus damage reduction is nice. That's actually how I ended up beating the hand of the king last night, was I stacked like 70% damage reduction. So, even though I got hit a bunch, it wasn't doing a ton of damage to me. Okay. I am really not enamored of this bow. Perfectly honest, the damage is I may go back to that shop and picking up either my rusty sword or buying the balanced blade and just blow all my money. But this is how you learn. I never actually used Makuto's bow before. So I'll miss the 10% damage reduction on it, but being able to do damage is kind of almost better than damage reduction at this point. So the bow wasn't really doing much for me. Time running up the way it is, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make it to the time door, so I can just take my time. I may act like the time door, so... did try a couple of bow builds last night as well, and I did okay with them, but I don't know, I guess I started out with a lot of sword and shield stuff, and so it's hard for me to switch back to a completely different playstyle in that respect. I understand there's a lot of complaints on the Reddit forum for the game that the 1.1 patch that came out on Steam for the PC version affected the ability to do a lot of strategies, especially grenade strategies, because they removed the cooldown ability, the mutation for cooldown that just is statically applied to grenades or non-grenade items, and replaced it with more skill-based mutations. I couldn't tell you exactly what they're called because I'm playing on the PlayStation version, which does not have the patch yet. So I don't know how it's all going to work out. I'm sure Motion Twin will take into account player complaints and see if there's something they need to adjust. I hope. Because this game has a lot of problems. I know it's not the minus 15%. It's not a huge game yet. But it's inexpensive, so really you're still getting a lot of content for the price, which right now you can get it for about 20, 25 bucks depending on where you look. I got it on sale for 20 bucks. Oh, hold on, we have a legendary shield drop. Son of a gun. And that's the worst problem, is that it doesn't offer me minus damage. So I'm really not getting a benefit out of it. I'm able to sell it for the money. Keep doing that. Legendary. Anyway, the game's pretty inexpensive. If you get it on sale for 20 bucks, great. If you still pay full price of 25, you're still getting a deal. And there's more content to come. They've already said they're going to focus on providing new content for this game, new areas, bosses, items, whatever. So get it on the ground floor, or wait until later when there's more content, whichever. It's up to you. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So as long as they don't do something to completely screw up the game, I'm going to keep playing for a while. Deleting those. Also, I tend to be pretty laid back about this kind of stuff. I know a lot of people... I'm not trying to discount what people are saying about the patch, because I haven't played with the patch yet. I don't know if a lot of it is complaining or what. But I know a lot of people do complain about things because change is bad. Well, I understand now. A lot of people don't want to have to deal with change. But change is going to happen, and if it messes up your current strategies, you just have to learn new strategies. That's why I'm practicing with a variety of different strategies to see what I can find for it, what I like. It reminds me a bit of, honestly, of Magic the Gathering players in that respect. Magic the Gathering players, for the most part, they're good people. There is the toxic base. There's toxic base in any fan base. You're going to have those toxic people. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The unpleasant people that complain about everything and are just unpleasant to be around. But, that being said, Magic players have this annoying habit of complaining about every change that happens in Magic. Most of the time around bans. Because bans can be annoying. I mean, I'll admit it. The last thing you want to do is buy into a deck and then for a major tournament, and then Magic or Wizards of the Coast goes ahead and bans that card that's in your deck and wrecks the deck, or you're forced to make changes or whatever. By the same token, a lot of the people who do that tend to play the most degenerate deck out there because they want to win. And I can understand that, but then they complain when the degenerate deck gets banned. If your strategy is overpowered, expect them to respond to it. They're not going to just let it go run wild on the environment. Same kind of thing applies for this game. If your strategy you built is extremely powerful and they make a change, there's probably a reason for the change. They're trying to make the game more difficult, people have discovered strategies to make the game too easy. And maybe that's part of the reason why they changed some of the mutations. I don't know. I can't read their minds. And as far as I know, they haven't said anything that explains their motivation behind some of the changes. That being said, it does drive me nuts when I hear some of the Magic players continually complain about X or Y deck being banned and how it affects, their money or whatever. And it's like Wizards isn't really worried about the secondary market. They don't care if that card you just paid $20 for, you pay buy a nice place that for $80 gets banned. They're worried about the fact that if that tournament environment turns to crap, like it did Kaladesh standard for a long time, then people aren't going to show up at tournaments. They're not going to show up at Friday Magic. It affects their bottom line. And there was. I mean, during Kaladesh, I don't know if anybody on this who listens to this video plays Magic, but Kaladesh was a really broken block. And during the heyday of Energy style decks and Torrential Gearhulk style decks, it was just ridiculous. They ended up having to do a lot of bans in Standard just because of all that stuff. Banning the Felidar Guardian because of the fact that it could be used for an infinite combo that was ridiculously easy to make and ridiculously powerful. Banning, there's that, I can't remember the name of it now because it's been banned for so long, but the artifact that allows you to basically spin the wheel, look at top 5 or 6 cards, and play one for free. And it was absurdly easy to generate energy for that deck and just go off. I mean, seriously, it was... I'd play games of Standard with that, when it was still in the environment, where I'd be ahead on board, and they'd spin the wheel, pull the exact card, or they'd slam it down, have enough energy to spin the wheel, boom, they all of a sudden went from losing the game badly to winning the game quite easily. And that should not happen with a simple artifact like that. I can understand maybe a Planeswalker, or a very expensive card, like Omniscience, but it shouldn't happen off of a 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana artifact, whichever it is. And it especially should not turn the game around in that respect. Energy creatures being absolutely broken and just doing absurd amounts of stuff. Undercosted creatures. Rogue Refiner comes to mind because it got banned. And I remember that the gaming store I went to at the time, the tournament, Friday Night Magic tournament, attendance, I don't know why I couldn't think of that word for a second, but the attendance dropped off. People were so tired of playing Standard, we could not make a Standard tournament. Just forget it, wasn't going to happen. And when we did actually make a Standard tournament, we were lucky if we could get an 8-man tournament together, and generally nobody was enjoying themselves. The store I was at ended up doing like impromptu Frontier tournaments because of the fact that people were like, oh, you can play Frontier, it's great a great deck environment or format. I gotta get warmed up before tonight, otherwise I'm gonna just hammer my way through an hour or two of Magic. But yeah, players were just not having fun. They went to Frontier, and that really wasn't a great environment either, to be honest, because all it did was bring back the collected company style Vamp decks, the white, blue, green decks that were just absurd then. I'm really happy to say Standard right now is better than it has been in a long time. You got mono red, of course, you got some mono white, you got mono blue tempo, you got Selesnya tokens, which has kind of dropped off. I haven't seen much more Selesnya tokens on Arena. You have Vamp Nexus, which is kind of a different deck if you ask me, but you don't see it much in the upper echelons of ranked play because it just does not do well against some of the decks out there. Especially one of the top decks, Jeskai Control. Which is why I play mono red, because Jeskai Control, if I get a good draw, I can destroy it before they get a chance to get going. Supposed to be napping. Try and settle. See what he's going to. Good Golgari. Oh, I was talking about standard. Golgari is also a great deck right now. I found it to be too inconsistent for my taste. Either I get explosive draws or I just draw dead repeatedly. But it can be with the right draw. A very grindy deck as well. Firebrands. Unfortunately, I've never been a big fan of Firebrands. It doesn't do enough damage for my taste. But you could get some good synergies with it, I suppose. Anyway, Golgari. I found it to be too inconsistent myself, and I do note that I just made Platinum Tier 4 today on ranked play, and I rarely see Golgari decks up there. And the way I look at it, there's a reason for that. I think some of it is it's a little bit too slow to handle Jeskai. Jeskai can usually come out, take control of the board, while you're still farting around trying to get your stuff together. It might be possible if you get a good elemental play into Jadelight Ranger or something to get a good powerful creature right off the bat. That's something to let you have. I'm sure that anybody who's watching this video is here to watch me play or listen to me talk about Dead Cells, not dither on about Magic the Gathering. So if you've ever been interested to get into Magic the Gathering, I really highly recommend Arena, Magic the Gathering Arena, because it is free to play. So anyway, I only did one run on hard last night, and I got a pretty good distance. So I should be okay to keep going and just practicing until I can get past this one and move on to the next difficulty level before the patch releases. One big problem that you get on hard is the fact that the potion machine, whatever you want to call it, does not regenerate quickly. It tends to, at least from what I've seen, it only regenerates before you go to a boss. So you're stuck, if you have the 4 potion upgrade, which presumably you're going to have before you beat the end of the thing, you're going to find that you're going to need all 4 of those potions just to survive to the next boss. You're completing 2 or 3 stages in a row without refilling potions. It also means that finding a chef shop, a food shop, is more important now because you can actually buy 1 potion refill from that shop for a very expensive price. I'm not sure I'll ever have enough money to do it on a regular basis. Because I don't tend to get up to 40,000. I know it usually is around 36,000 gold to buy one, up to 39 occasionally. And I don't tend to have 40,000 gold just lying around unless I get a couple of good legendary drops and don't feel like upgrading the rest of my gear. I really wish, because of that Vampirism or Tonic were better items. They really do not restore enough health to warrant them being one-time only items. My understanding is, I think I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. The next patch does try and improve the items. At least improve the amount of healing maybe you get, because I don't mind that they're only one use only until you complete the stage. But if I'm going to take up a slot with an item that entire purpose is to heal me, I want it to actually heal me. Give me some healing here. Not just kind of throw me out there and go, okay, you get 40 hit points back when my hit points is like 4,000. Let me take combo here. What is this about? Alright, somebody posted something on Facebook. I was just checking it real quick. So, concierge time. I believe I got through the concierge last time, first try on hard. So, let's see if I can do it again. Oh, okay. I always forget, using a frost frost grenade is problematic on this boss because then I don't time my parries correctly. There's the advantage of having damage resistance. This guy normally hits like a freight train. He is not hitting people very much compared to what I'm used to. Even if you miss time the parry, just blocking the attack is really going to reduce the damage I take a bit. So yeah, no problem. Easy peasy. Unfortunately, the melee game. I'm so stacking damage reduction these days that I would normally like Wave of Denial. Wave of Denial, from my understanding, is more useful on higher difficulties when the enemies get in the ability to start teleporting to you. I was going to say something and I completely forgot what it was I was saying before I beat the boss. Upgrades to the Legendary Forge. After the patch, that quote-unquote bug will be fixed where you can't, until you actually get a higher difficulty level, you're limited on what you can upgrade at the forge. I left my drink somewhere, son of a gun. That's alright. So I'm trying to get as much of that upgrade as I can before the release of the patch. Well, I'm back at the guy. One of the nice little abilities of the shield. If you parry at the right time, you'll not only knock the bomb back towards the guy who shot it, but the bomb will also be turned non-lethal. It'll turn blue instead, which means it doesn't do you damage even if you're still standing in the effect of it. More scrolls here, get my hit points built up. On hard, you'll notice that my gear is already starting to have improved stats. So like I'm getting enemies that hit you freeze. Or damage you take is inflicted on the enemy. I'd rather freeze. But like for instance, I'm already getting Twin Dagger 4s. It's not uncommon for me to have like a rank 7 item that's double plus or S toward the end of the game, whereas I think before on normal I would be lucky to have like a 6. But this is to be expected. The enemies are going to be tougher, so you're just going to have to expect that. Oh, really? The bow's nice, but I still like my shield. Comes in handy. Oop. You know what works great is if you're facing the correct direction when you try and parry an attack. Also, I think damage reduction is going to be more important than stacking damage on hard because it's longer between potion refills, so you have to stay alive longer. So I don't want to be quaffing 2 or 3 potions every level in order to stay alive for 2 while I'll just refill when I hit the next passage. It doesn't work that way now. We'll go ahead and start stacking some hit points. Just realized I grabbed 2 out of 3 of the Gardener's keys. For no good reason. I'm not planning on getting the other stuff. So here's the chef's op. So 38,400 I could restore health flask charge, which I actually don't need. This shop should be a weapon shop of some kind, or an item shop, whichever. minus 25, minus 20%. Unfortunately, they're on items that are largely not that useful, but I will go ahead and replace tonic 1 because it gives me another 15% damage reduction. Remember, I'm not using the assassin's dagger. I keep trying to come up behind the enemies in order to get the bonus damage. It doesn't work that way. This is third hit is a crit. See, that enemy is also not available in this area. Create my fog and make it harder to find my enemies. Normally I don't see those till like the Slumbering Sanctuary, which admittedly is after the stage, so it's just one stage through. There's still, oh, there's 2 more up here. Good Lord. I was trying to grab the money, but I guess I need to go in here anyway. Now, from what I've read, that after the patch comes out, they're going to adjust the difficulty levels a little bit, or they already have in patch 1.1 anyway for the computer version, in that the base game, basically B0, is easier than it was before, a little bit easier. And that B1, the difficulty I'm on now, one boss cell, is about the way 0 is now. So after that, B0 should be easier to work with, which if they're going to nerf some of the items and strategies in the game, it would make sense to go ahead and take things down a little bit in places. It's not like the Hand of the King is already a difficult boss to deal with, although I'm finally starting to get the patterns down. I don't expect myself to ever get the achievement for beating the boss without taking a hit, but I'll leave that to the speedrunners and the other people who are really good at this game. Alright, sounds like the baby may have put herself down finally. She'll actually turn 2 in a few months. It's amazing. So, powerful grenade 5+. Offers only a damage buff to itself. I get through the easier one. Really annoying me with those grenades. Maybe I should have kept the damage to my enemy. So at least when it hit me, it hurt me. I need to get a better weapon. Tough go at things now, but what do I expect from playing hard? Pretty much how we do. No, there's no. Alright, I'll buy it. Really? Dead end down here? Kill those enemies for nothing? Cool. Start stacking some more hit points. Yeah, you can't get away from this one, can you? Or teleport. Oh, perfect timing for a food drop. It restored me all but 6 hit points. Let's over, see if it's doing at the desk. That has a sometimes one of these rooms you can cross over into will have a desk that has a don't mind an amulet for giving 20% or 25% Okay, that was crappy damage. But you notice, despite the fact those enemies, the cannibals are up, my hit points didn't really go down that much. Alright, 13%. I'm not worried about stacking bonuses for shield damage or something like that, because who cares? At that point, if I'm taking survival or tactics, I'm doing it for the pure hit points boost. Here's the actual key button. Whew, dodge that. Now it's just a matter of trying to find where the exit is. Spikes from all directions. Although that's my thing. Well, okay. First try for the exit too. I think it's time to boogie. No blueprints. Really don't see why I need to upgrade to S quality when I might be better off just buying an item later. Alright, boss time. Timekeeper. Been a pretty good run so far, almost 21 minutes in. Oh, that's right, you can't break the door. Really be dodging my Okay, this hand is just slow every time. This is long. Long fight. Alright, can't get the third attack in. He's teleporting before the third attack hits, so I'm not getting my crits. He has a lot more hit points than he did on normal. Got him. Whew. What do we got? Is that a nutcracker? No, it's a shield. Plus 175% damage. Really? I need damage reduction. Knock my headset off. I need damage reduction. So I currently have 40, 55, 65% damage reduction. I just can't justify it. Much as I'd like to justify the taking a legendary shield, because they are nice. Well, it's up to 3 viewers for a minute. I think they took one look at this one. Oh, he's a noob. Which I can't blame him. I am a noob. 40% of the items found will be of ++ quality. Alright, High Peak Castle. On hard. Next to last stage. You know, if I can make it to the hand of the king, I'd be happy with that. But the elites that you have to kill in here, that's going to be a pain. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to cover that with the gear I have. I really need a better weapon, and I have not found one. I would be better off spending more time in the tower. These are not weapons. At 10,000 for reroll, even if I reroll, I couldn't afford to actually purchase them. So let's upgrade damage more. Every little bit's gonna help here. I think my run may be coming to an end. Alright, which one is this? This is, oh, that guy. Chug a potion to reduce my malaise level. You know what the odd thing is? They have slots down there at the bottom, above the life bar, for like 4, 8, 10 potions. So they must be prepared for further upgrades. Because the maximum number of potions I can purchase right now, or slots I can have, is 5. Or 4, excuse me. If it was 5, how'd you manage that? The answer is I can't. I lied. I was mistaken. I don't know why I didn't enter the other door or came right back out. I don't know, apparently I got distracted and confused by something, which happens a lot with me. This is in double. Oops. That was stupid. Yep, there goes the malaise. Well, crap. Where's my drink? Them's the breaks. So yeah, if your malaise level reaches above critical, you start losing hit points at a very drastic pace. And take a lot of extra damage, so you're pretty much dead almost immediately unless you just chug a potion right then and there. So Hayabusa boots. And a ramp. Boots aren't bad. I mean, they're better than a swift kick in the butt. And you can give a swift kick in the butt with the boots. Start stacking that sweet, sweet power. Secret item, whatever. Alright. Wolf trap down for 50% off. Ah, well. Doesn't matter. Wolf trap's at least a decent item. Against bosses, they can really be nasty. Because while the boss is caught up in the wolf trap, they can't turn around. Which means if you have, say, Assassin's Dagger or something with a sword, you can really inflict some extra damage. And even bigger than that is the fact that since they can't turn around, they usually cannot attack you because of that. So you get at least a couple of seconds of free attacks on the enemy. Let's compare. Yeah, the cudgel's really no better than my current shield. Lacerating aura. Sure, why not? Anything else in that slot? Really cheap to pick up. Promenade of the Condemned. Not really looking to upgrade anything this early. Recovery. I like recovery. Getting the extra or double the chance to restore my health after a hit. It's not too bad. I usually like stacking the what is that called? Vengeance mutation that improves your damage for a short time after your hit. They can shoot palms through that. There's the first key if I want it. Oh, 1 second. Doesn't get any closer than that. Open that tiny door. I didn't think I was actually going to make that door. Some money. Yep. Not a whole lot, but hey, money's money, right? Should be good for a secondary item of some sort. Oh no, it's gonna be a bow this time. Minus 10% damage received. Freezes the enemy. Victims burn. Gotta give it the shield to do it. I don't think that's a good enough primary weapon to use. Ooh, an impaler? I love me an impaler. Oh, it can't be sold. It's Daddy, yes. Hi, Freya. Oh well, she pushes something around, makes noise on screen, it's alright. Baby's kind of a bigger priority than the screen. Alright, I think I can finally heal now. I had to kill a whole bunch of enemies. So yes, if you hear something on stream, it would be my little daughter pushing a laundry basket around, which is one of her favorite activities. Oh, that's weird. Sort of went through the wall for a second there. Okay, I'm taking stupid damage. Really? What's the mark on that door? 2. 2 boss cells required. Okay. Find a door with 1 circle, then I can open that. 3,500 for 10 cells. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Nothing there that suits my needs. More damage. Can't go wrong with damage, right? Hello, Freya. Hi. You're a punk. Kick in that door. Offers me a new shop. Lightning Bolt, Valmont's Whip, Markman's Bow. So nothing there I especially need. I'm gonna refresh once just for the hell of it. Alright, nothing there I need. Don't feel like I'm going to need the harder stages yet when I'm still trying to learn hard mode. Oh, really? Offer me a treasure, then tease me because it's actually a treasure like this. Yes, I'd love to have the remote back, sweetie. Thank you. I think it'd probably be bad if you went ahead and changed the channel in the middle of the game. Alright, there we go. Little girl. In my butt some days. Wave of Denial. Still not good enough. This run is not going to work out too well. Once I start getting some better rolls. Alright, I mean, I will do that. Alright, good deal. Now, Vengeance. Heal, which means Rampart? What is this boss? Black Ridge. It's not. What am I doing? Ramparts. Are you stuck? What's wrong? Use your words. Tell me. Yes, you are pushy. We know that, Freya. Oh, God, that was the stupidest damage. I had no business taking that damage whatsoever. Shield guy, I don't want to deal with that right now. What do we got? Hayabusa Glove. 4. The single plus. Not going to be as good as what I got. Sorry, it has to be really good for me to give up an Impaler. I actually made the time door for once. Better. Money. What's wrong with money, right? Everybody likes money. Quick bow. Shots explode into a toxic cloud. I'd lose the 5% damage reduction. You know what, though? I'm gonna go for it. Oh, and of course it's gonna be one of those things. Can't turn around while he's trapped. Alright. What are you whining about now? What are you fussing? You got it. Really? That was stupid damage on my part. Oh my god, quit flying just above his feet, little wanker. Mr. Grenade, Tonic. Hey, Tonic will be nice. For damage reduction. And your lacerating aura, because it's not nearly as useful. I mean, Tonic is not that useful an item, but the damage reduction is nice. I always forget that. I'm thinking that I should be falling to the ground and I'll still attack the air and do anything. Because you don't tend to fall at a very high rate when you're attacking midair, especially with the Impaler. Okay, I don't know how I didn't get hit there. I like treasure chests. What we got? A bow. It's minus 15% damage. I mean, that's nice, but it's not a legendary bow. So, I need the utility on it, not so much the damage reduction. Bows are for damage. Can't dodge a lot of the combat there, for reasons I don't quite understand. I'm sure it would actually benefit me to fight more monsters, get more money, and so on and so forth. Corrupted power, minus 10% damage. I'm not going to take it. I know that minus 10% damage is nice, but I think right now the bear or the wolf trap's going to provide me much more damage. Excuse me. No, get back over there in the corner. I didn't do that before, I should have. Really? Be the boss. Yep, Black Bridge. What are you trying to get under the couch, sweetie? Got some money. Alright. I just wanted to reforge to see if I could get maybe shoots an arrow when I attack. Alright, I'm gonna go combo. And I'm going Black Bridge without the potion. Holy moly. I guess you don't always get it right before the boss. It's just a chance that you'll have a potion there or not there. Thankfully, I still have 3 potion uses. Draw them over to the trap first. Works a lot better that way. Alright, easy peasy. Looks like we got a legendary shield that offers 30% damage received. I'm sorry, Bo. You're going to be recycled now. You served a very nice purpose, I admit. But that gives me 60% damage reduction, which is going to do quite nicely for the moment. I have 126 cells to put into the forge. Alright, good. Refill. I'm already having hard enough time with some of these enemies, so I don't think I'm going to go to Slumbering Sanctuary. Let's do Still Village. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened there, but whatever. Backing that damage up. Not start stacking some hit points here pretty soon. Thank you. I said I don't want any cannonballs. Please put me on your do not cannonball list. I suppose in order to be a successful YouTuber or streamer, I need to have a personality. Because I'll have to develop that. The biggest problem is my personality is mainly puns and dad jokes. And, you know, geek references. I guess that's a lot of streamers out there. Except maybe minus the dad jokes. Really, game? Really? Alright. Minus 20% damage. You know what? Let's get rid of Wolf's Trap. This puts me up to 30, 50, 70, 80% damage reduction. Really cannot argue with the results, huh? Alright. Let's go with 19%. You're getting in trouble, little girl. You don't want to do that. Hi, Freya. Now let's not get in trouble anymore, okay? Alright. Alright, let's see. Oiled Sword is actually... Ow. Thank you, Freya. Thank you. Is actually a better DPS overall. Not right now, sweetie. Maybe after Daddy finishes this game, he can read your book for you. Give him another 10 minutes or so. Alright. All kinds of foggy enemies and other stuff going on. Are you leaving home with the trash bag? Great trade. Good plan, great plan. You're grumpy. Now pay attention to where you're walking, sweetie. There's the key. Can't see for all the fog and poison. Poison enemies that wound me, I'm fine with this. You're very thankful for your gummies, huh? Yeah, so I'm not going to ever refuse to talk to my daughter on stream. Just get used to the fact that I'm going to talk to her now and then. She's 19 months, no, 21 months old. Let time go. If she wants to talk to her daddy, she can. There's plenty of streams out there to find people who don't have kids. Not that anybody's actually doing any complaining. I'm just going to head off at the pass. No blueprints. Alright. Not spending the money on anything like that. I actually like the synergies because my necklace poisons enemies when they hit me, and my impaler does extra damage to poisoned enemies. Seems appropriate. It'll almost be worthwhile to trade in one of my mutations for sadism. I suppose I need to get used to not having it, because it's one of the mutations that got removed in patch 1.1. So, collective vampirism, that offers another 5% damage resistance, reduction, whatever, so I'm like 85% now. I don't think you can go 100%. Probably just need to take half the damage from that. That's right, take that parry. You take that parry and you wear it until you love it. Die. There's a possible key over there to the right. I'll explore it here in a bit. I'm going to explore the left-hand tower first. Tonic, you know, at this point I've learned that the tonic is really not that useful for healing. Honest to God, what I need to be using it for is what I just use it for, which is the temporary, like, 44 seconds of invincibility. And in a fight like that, it was long enough to let me... Which is next level, so I can't see its abilities. But it was long enough to actually let me kill that elite off down the top. And I just rolled right into the wall. Because I'm a doofus. If you look up doofus in the dictionary, my face will be right there. Did you know yours will be there as well, right next to gullible? Just check this. But I'm not sure. Oh, really, game? That was cheesy. I mean, nicely done and all, but still, cheesy. Cells. Alright. 3 cells, 3 Willy, that free, campaign free, I don't know. Actually, I don't reckon 3 Willy, they found upon that. I will stack some damage. Neglecting my damage output. I've got a lot of hit points. I've got some good damage reduction. Let's stack damage so I can just kill things before they manage to chip away at my hit points. You know, parry shield, knockback shield, really nice for that. Because if I knock them back into a wall and they're stunned, it's really easy for my impaler to crit them. And the game loves me. So Impaler 3++ is as good as Impaler 6 plus, but it has more room to grow. So my damage output is pretty much the same, but I now have a weapon that will grow at a much better rate. Upgrade it. Come in handy versus the tank. Unfortunately, it's really hard to get him backed up against the wall in order to gain the crits, so I just need to make sure my base damage is pretty good. scroll. 13% hit points. This layout's different. Oh, campfire, okay. Sinew slicer. Get good. Must be some sort of incantation. Yeah. It is for me. Wow, okay, that was interesting. A random enemy with a lot of cells. A random couple enemies with a lot of cells. I'll take that. Problem is, I've got to beat the timekeeper in order to be able to offload those cells, which I guess gives me incentive to make sure I beat the timekeeper. So another 11% hit points, puts me over 6,500. Boom! Enemies take fall damage. I don't. No. No cursed treasure. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be true. I don't know how I parried that in midair, but I didn't know I could even do that. I must hit the panic or parry out of panic, and it worked out. Yeah, I tried to get through the wall. Did not succeed at it. Lightning bolt. Oh. I can't even look at it. I'm pretty sure it's nothing in one face, but I need to get these enemies on my face. Wow, that is some damage right there. Now the real... Oh, double damage taken, that's why. I'll say once I take that buff off, it won't be as good as my impaler. If it had regular damage like that, I would have definitely considered it. Even if I'm really not that good with that attack. Alright. Now, up next tower to find where I turn in the stupid key. Ah, thought I should play that. There we go. Some of these enemies, minus 20%. We've got 25 and 20, so that's gonna be a no to that. Oh, I thought I had the key already. It's not. There's the key. Okay, I missed a scroll. I'll go back to it. Get out of here before I take too much more damage. Oh, this is an elite room. Yay. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep the one I have because of the bonus damage against projectiles. Oh. There's the door. Over here. Clock room, boss time. 2 minutes, 55 seconds. Okay, upgrade to plus quality. Makes the victim bleed. 100% damage to burning targets. Victim's remains explode. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, nope, I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, I'll take this. Did the heal and take extra damage. Anytime it's a weapon or anything has a mod of I take double damage, it's gonna be a straight up no for me. I mean, if you're using a cursed sword, I can see that being a benefit because you can't take a hit anyway. But I'm not perfect. You'd have to be absolutely perfect at the game to be able to complete a run with a cursed sword because, you know, one hit and you're dead. Oh good, I am getting that wall. Ah, tap into my fight. Oh yeah, I'm tearing this guy up with those crits. I had a lot of trouble last time, including the crits for up against the wall, so I don't know what I was doing wrong last time. Teleport to the right. Pretty safe here, that results in me using the chain. No. There we are. And done. And it looks like a legendary shield. So, 35% poisons the enemy. Yeah, stun duration up. I think this is about as good as it gets. So, 60, 80... I actually have 100% damage reduction stacked. I don't think that makes me invincible, though. But it means that I should not be taking very much damage. 174 cells to turn in. Increase the qualities of 45% to find a plus item. Alright, High Peak Castle. Biggest trouble is going to be avoiding melees at this point, because I can still die to melees. Oh, to have 26,000 for a 7++. Yeah, see, I can still take damage. I'm not 100% invincible. It just means that my damage reduction is so high that the amount of damage I take really isn't that much. Alright, let's get in there. Get out. I mean, I'm not taking a whole lot of damage, but why invite trouble? Okay, that worked out pretty easy. I'm actually really shocked. Okay. Oh, that was stupid. Or smart away to near the wall and then jump out. But nobody has ever accused me of being smart. Alright, so one palace key. Okay, that leads back to the entrance. Got it. this path to get back to where I was. I'm not a big fan of this particular layout. Oh no, we forgot about that room. Alright, back to safety. Stacking that damage. 1%. So, after this point, any brutality I get will not give me any hit points. This should be spiny guy, I think. Oh, stupid damage on my part again. What does the people say when they take damage like that? I don't want to talk about it. Chug, reduce the malaise. And we got it. Okay. Oh, he's gonna take a scroll. This is like incredibly dangerous. There's a shop above me. I don't see myself going back to what I was intending to go back for. Oh, paling. Birds and me are not getting along today. At this point, I'll be reduced to grunting and pointing. And pointing isn't going to help too much. Okay, just damage upgrades. I mean, crossbow-o-matic's nice. It has less use against the hand, because the hand has an annoying attack where it's going to push all, or it tries to push you off into some spikes. If you have any items that are sitting on the ground like that, they'll get pushed off of the spikes as well and destroyed. Where's the palace doors? There they are. Alright. My first attempt of the Hand of the King on hard difficulty. And I'm stuck with whatever hit points I have. So 1 potion down against the Hand of the King. I can do it. I got faith in me. 100% DR is not going to hurt either. Oh, he ain't happy about this. Oh, I didn't hit the roll button in time. I didn't carry that one in time. Carry time is on. Working out well. And I'm alive still. And I'm taking more damage than I terrible damage again to my part. I'm willing to blame on myself for it. Oh no! Oh, phew, got the heal off. Alright, I got no more heals. This is it. So I either get good or I go home. Finally got the stun. Bring a lot of my hit points in. Double dash. Oh, okay. Way to use my vampirism and immune resistance. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be just short. Oh, I thought I dashed through that. Or dodged through it. Alright. Well, it was a good run. If I had one more potion, I think I might have actually been able to eke out the final bits of hit points he had. But I've been doing this for an hour and a half. It sounds like my daughter's getting into trouble, so I should probably go help out. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. So, thanks for watching. Before I finish, both microphone and gameplay being broadcast, excellent. I have two scheduled streaming times. Friday nights, 7:30 Central, I stream Matches the Gathering Arena. Monday nights, I'm going to stream something PlayStation-wise, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Right now it's Dead Cells. If I get tired of Dead Cells, it'll be something else. And then I'll stream at other times, just if I have time or feel like it. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.